Since aviation began, the place from where aeroplanes fly has been known as the aerodrome. It may be little more than a field, or be a huge piece of purposely designed estate that operates solely for the purpose of commercial air transportation. It may also be an area of water designated for the use of seaplanes. The ICAO Annex that is concerned with aerodromes is Annex 14, and it contains all the applicable subs. In accordance with Article 15 of the Convention, Annex 14 is only concerned with aerodromes that are open for public use. And each contracting state is required to ensure that all such aerodromes comply with the requirements of the Annex. Such aerodromes are certified for use. Naturally, the commercial air transport industry will generally use aerodromes that are certified and meet the conditions specified by the ICAO SAPs. However, there is nothing stopping the use of uncertified aerodromes. The absence of a certificate means that instrument procedures associated with them have not been certified as safe for use by commercial air traffic. It is implicit, therefore, that the use of such aerodromes is restricted to private operations only. The required aerodromes, complying with the Annex, will, in addition to having all the specified facilities, such as ground marking and aircraft handling, also have an aircraft movement area, a maneuvering area, and an apron. At controlled aerodromes there will be a control tower with a visual room. If an aerodrome accepts non-radio traffic, then it must also have a signals area laid out that is visible from the air within a defined distance and height from the aerodrome. We explain these signals later on. The Aeroplane Reference Code is a simple method of interrelating the numerous specifications concerning the characteristics of aerodromes and is used for aerodrome design and planning purposes. The coding system allows aircraft operators to determine the specification and suitability of the facilities at an aerodrome. The code is composed of two elements which are related to aeroplane performance, characteristics, and dimensions. Element 1 is a number based upon the aeroplane field reference length, which we will explain shortly. And element 2 is a letter based on the aeroplane wingspan and outer main gear wheel span. The furthermost distance between the outer edges of the wheels in the main gear. Any particular specification will refer to the more appropriate of the two elements or a combination of the two. The aeroplane reference field length is the minimum field length or takeoff distance required for takeoff at maximum certified takeoff mass at ISA conditions. It will also include still air and runway slope considerations as defined in the appropriate aircraft flight manual. The aerodrome reference point is the geographical location of the aerodrome and the center of its air traffic zone is where an air traffic zone is established. This is usually the center of the longest runway, and it will be reported to the AIS authority in degrees, minutes and seconds. Normally, the whole apron is nominated as the area, and the elevation is averaged then rounded to the nearest meter or foot. All altimeter checkpoints must be within 3 meters or 10 feet of this average elevation for the apron. To carry out an operational test of the altimeter at the designated pre-flight altimeter check location, the pilot will set the local QNH or QFE. The altimeter will be considered serviceable if it meets the requirements of this table. The aerodrome elevation is the highest point on the landing area measured to the nearest foot or half meter above mean sea level. The thresholds of non-precision runways are measured to the same standard. Those of